Welcome back. We are officially 60 days into this 3D printing marathon. If you've been following my YouTube channel, you know I've been experimenting with everything from silk PLAs to functional PETG. But this week was special. I finally got my hands on some transparent PETG, and I'm going to be honest, I might never go back. It has completely changed how I look at my prints. Today, we're recapping days 51 through 60, featuring massive swords, magnetic cookies, and my very first original design. Let's dive right in. Starting off day 51 with a literal bang, or rather a flick. I wanted to see what the transparent PETG could do at scale. So I printed this print-in-place katana. This was a 5-hour commitment, and watching it through the P1S glass was mesmerizing. Because it's transparent, you can actually see the infill pattern inside the handle, which adds this futuristic techie vibe. But the best part? The blade. One flick of the wrist and it extends perfectly. It looks like a crystal blade pulled straight out of a video game. If you haven't printed a collapsing sword yet, this is your sign to do it. Just be prepared to lose an hour of your life playing with it. Day 52 was all about aesthetics. I found the Spirify heart model and it is a masterclass in simple yet effective. It's a fast print and assembly is just a central insert and a bit of string. When you hang it up and let it catch a breeze, the way it rotates creates this incredible optical illusion. Because it's PETG, I can hang it on the patio without worrying about the sun warping it like PLA would. It's like a wind chime, but without the annoying noise that drives the neighbors crazy. 10 out of 10 for porch decor. Day 53 was a lesson in material science. I printed the Trax anti-stress fidget, transparent Trax, with bright red gears. It looked incredible and was easily my favorite fidget for about 5 days. Then the tragedy happened. The Trax snapped. Even though PETG is tough, the constant bending of the Trax caused material fatigue. I'm not giving up on this design though. I'm going to revisit this once I get some TPU, which is the flexible filament, for the Trax. Stay tuned for version 2.0. We have to talk about day 54, the brush. I saw this model and thought, can I really print a working brush? The answer is yes, but you probably shouldn't. I printed it in PETG and it is stiff, like scratch your skin off stiff. The post-processing was a nightmare too. I had to cut the supports off the bristles with scissors. And as you can see, I didn't exactly get a straight haircut on this thing. Brushes are about $2 at the store, so I would suggest you don't waste your filament on this one. I don't even know where this print is anymore. That's how much I didn't care for it. On day 55, I went back to my roots. Earrings. This is one of the main reasons I bought a 3D printer. These angel wing earrings in transparent PETG are stunning. They catch light exactly like glass but are feather light on the ears. Think about the math. This print costs me maybe 5 cents in plastic. You'd see this in a boutique for $10 or $15. This is why I love this hobby. The value you get out of a tiny bit of material is insane. Day 56 was my most ambitious pause and print yet. The Oreo fidget. This uses embedded magnets, meaning the printer pauses, you drop the magnets in, and then it prints right over them so they're trapped inside. Big brain tip. Be careful when dropping the magnets into the moving printer. I was so nervous about the magnets sticking to the metal nozzle or the Oreo popping off the build plate. I successfully got the magnets into the cookies, but then I realized I ran out of magnets for the cream filling. I only had one left. I'm waiting on a bulk pack of magnets to arrive so I can finish the filling. But for now, I have a very magnetic, very empty Oreo. I mean, if you're into that. Day 57 is a huge milestone. I couldn't find exactly what I wanted on Maker World, so I sat down and designed it myself. These are multicolored flower earrings designed specifically to use all four colors in the AMS with minimal waste. I am so proud of how these turned out. I've actually uploaded the file to Maker World, so if you want to support the channel, go find my profile and give it a download or a boost. I currently have 0 followers, so let's change that together. It really motivates me to keep designing. Day 58 was born out of necessity. A fly was buzzing around my desk, so I printed a fly swatter. This design is genius. It's lightweight, incredibly bendy, and because I printed it in PETG, it's virtually indestructible. The second I pull it off the bill plate, the fly disappeared. I think it saw the P1S working and knew it was over. It even has a hook on the handle for easy storage. Flies, you have been warned. For day 59, I went back to my favorite filament for a plant pot. Transparent PETG makes for an amazing planter because it's strong and you can actually see the soil and root progress. I didn't end up keeping this one. I gave it to a friend as a gift and they couldn't believe it was 3D printed. If you need a quick, high quality gift, a transparent pot is always a winner. We're ending day 60 with a print in place masterpiece, the Planetary gear spinner. No assembly required. You just break it loose after printing and it spins. Big brain hack? I found that using a little bit of hair detangler spray is better than traditional oil or grease. It's not oily, it smells better, and it makes these gears spin like crazy. Just look at that motion. It's the perfect way to wrap up this 10-day update. 60 days down, 40 to go. We've come a long way from day 1. I want to give a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed and commented. You guys are the reason I keep the printer running 24/7. I'm focusing more on high quality editing now to make these recaps even better for you. Everything you saw today, the models, the filament, and the printer is linked in the description. Go check out my new model on Maker World and I'll see you in 10 days for the day 70 update. Happy printing! Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.